Hashtag Child of God. Child of God is about people that believe in one almighty God coming together to make a difference in this world. Hawks, as one of the founders of Child of God, has been led, and after a lot of persuasion by the team, finally taken to social media after all of this time to share with us the remarkable, and some would say impossible, feat that he's taken on to make a difference in the world. I'm here with Hawks now, and I'd like to just go straight over to him for him to let us know in his own words what's going on. Thank you.
Hashtag Hawks 40-day fast. If the hashtag doesn't say it, but I've decided to do a 40-day fast that I'm already a few days already into. I started fasting on Easter Sunday, and I was led to enter into a 40-day fast. I've never done it before. I didn't believe that I would be able to do it. So, but for some reason, on that day, I felt charged and I felt motivated to do it. So, in that decision, I entered into a fast of prayer, seeking oneself, and in wanting to help change the world with the situation that we're all in at the moment. You know, my heart cries out to places right now that are having difficulties, that are losing loved ones, people that can't support their families. And I wanted to put myself in a state as those that don't have nothing. I wanted to be someone that has no food, that can also relate, and in my prayers, you know, be an example to what I'm praying for, and I'm praying for this world. You know, when you enter into a fast, you enter it in silence. So the reason why I'm only doing this now is because I was led. But secondly, I wasn't led from the beginning. I started the fast quietly. Nobody knew. I think only the people in my team and family members. And everybody told me, what you're doing is impossible. You're never going to be able to do it. But I know the spirit that flows through me. So I decided to take it on. 7 days into the fast, you know, I had a realization that social distancing is not working in Africa. I've been seeing a lot of videos from Africa, and the population, especially like somewhere like Nigeria, is so vast that there's too many people on the streets together at one time, that social distancing is not going to work. And the only way to help Africa is to get their mask, reusable mask. As we know, they had the Ebola epidemic in Sierra Leone, and I'm sure there will be other epidemics that will occur in this new world that we live in. And I believe that Africa needs to be ready. And you can't expect a certain percentage of the population that can't afford masks to buy masks before feeding their children. So something has come to my heart in terms of being able to set up some form of crowdfunding, some form of donation situation for us to be able to gain some rewashable masks and give it out for free in Africa. Right now, we're looking at Ghana and Nigeria. And if the funding and generosity is vast beyond that, we want to give more countries. We want to support the whole of Africa if possible. So this is something that was in my heart. I spoke to the team about it, about putting something together. The team were straight away on it, and one of them said, you know what, yeah, this, how was your fast going? I was like, you know, it's going amazing. They're like, you know, you've done 7 days, like, this is crazy. And so they were like, you know something, we know you don't do social media, but if you was to document this on social media and connect it to the cause, it would really, really push the cause, because this is impossible and they don't know anyone that would do such a thing. Especially the way I'm doing it, the way I'm doing my 40-day fast. Remember, this is a 40-day fast. All I'm consuming is water. I'm taking black seed oil, which is oil like an olive oil, but it's a very special spiritual oil that once it goes through your body, it stops inflammation. It basically kills disease in your body. And turmeric. Turmeric, again, is another historic spiritual herb that we all have in our kitchen cupboards, that again cleanses the heart, cleanses the body, and these are the only two things that I'm taking with water. So I'm in a water fast for 40 days. So, you know, they said it to me, and when you're in a fast, you're very aware of your spirit and what the spirit is saying to you. And they said it knowing that they've tried to do it so many times for me to get on it, and because everyone says I have good things to say, but they know I shut them down straight away. Social media is something I don't do, something I've never intended to do. But as they were speaking, my spirit was speaking to me. And I felt like the Lord's letting me know that you got to take a step for me. I've kept you this long. How many times should you have died? How many times have I saved you? How many times have I given you victory over your enemies? And if you want me to continue to do that, you got to take a step of faith for me. When the Lord speaks, especially like that, trust me, I must listen. So I said to them, you know what, yeah, I'll do it. I was nervous about it still. I don't get nervous. So people started falling over, like they thought I was joking. And I was like, you know something, for this cause, it's very important. I would do it. The cause is not only Africa. A special place in my heart personally, like a lot of you, especially in the UK, is the NHS. Now listen to what I'm saying. The NHS has stitched me up many times. When I say many, many times. And I appreciate what they've done for me. And based on that and other things, I can't see them putting themselves at risk and be sitting at home watching them on TV, and I call myself a child of God. I must be out there. I must be one of the people that's doing something. So because of that, I actually volunteered with the voluntary NHS service, which they put a call out for. So, you know, I can help deliver medicines. I can help dropping people that's been discharged from hospital. I can help, you know, bringing food to people's homes, which I'm doing to people that I know already and family members that are on lockdown. But we've got to do something, and I've got to do something. So the NHS is also a cause that we want to raise money for, as well as Africa. So please, like, if I can take a step, you can take a step. You don't have to do it for God, you don't have to do it for anyone else, but just do it for your fellow human beings, your fellow brothers and sisters. Like, come on, let's be better.
Thank you. I think you've said everything. I was going to ask you a couple of questions, but you've actually covered them in what you're saying. I would ask you if maybe you could elaborate a bit more on the plan for what you want to do, what the team wants to do in regards to Africa and the NHS.